Hey, my friends. So I just got in the mail a light mount, and it's a really cool little light mount. I got it off of Amazon, and it took 20 days to get it. It went from China to Taiwan to America, but it's here now, and it's all in one piece. It seems to be working just fine. I have some pictures of it, and I have the listing as well. It's a black aluminum offset light mount that can be mounted on a Picatinny rail, and it's made for lights that are 1 inch in diameter. So basically, it's real simple. It's really lightweight, and I'm not saying that it's the most compact light mount out there, but it's not really bad. I've seen bulkier light mounts than this. But for $2.39 with free shipping and no tax, wow. I don't think that you can beat that price. And while the product is not perfect by any means, there's some fit and finish problems. The holes drilled out for the screws aren't what you would consider like perfectly straight. But if you finagle with it for 10, 20 minutes, you can get it all assembled with no problem. I mean, it works. It actually works. I would suggest to probably put some type of Loctite on the screws. There are reports that over time, they kind of get loose. And so, if you really were more serious about this whole light mount being as functional as possible, you would want to Loctite the screws. But yeah, I'm just going to just check in with you here and just say, hey, for the money, it's not bad for accessorizing a weapon system that you're using for leisure. That's about as far as I would go with this light mount. But if you're wanting a light mount for serious applications like home defense, or if you're in law enforcement or the military, I would not buy this. It's not that it couldn't work for a while. I just think that it could fail you at some point in the near future. I don't have any data points to say that or to prove that could be true. I just know that there are people, in the comment section or the review section of the Amazon that have reported some problems over time. But there are other people that have used this light mount for a number of years with no problems. So there is always that possibility that you could have success, but you also have it that, things could be for the worst. So I would go with a little higher quality materials and better quality, hardware. That's just me, though. I would rather have the really high-end screws and materials because I don't want it to fail, if I'm in a life and death situation. But yeah, I mean, if you're just on an extreme budget and you don't want to use duct tape or Ranger bands to hold a flashlight to your rifle or a shotgun for home defense, for example, and you have a rail, this isn't the worst idea, right? This is better than nothing. But if you can save a little bit more, I would. This is what I'm saying. But yeah, I just had a rifle that I pretty much only shoot about once a year, and it didn't have a light. And I was thinking, you know what? In a worst case scenario, if I ever had to use that for home defense, it wouldn't be set up for home defense. So I put a sling on the rifle, and I put a little section of railing, a little piece of a Picatinny railing from Magpul, and I had already a spare flashlight from Streamlight that was sitting around the house. So I put that in this mount, put it all together, and now I have like a backup to my home defense rifle that I recently built. So it's just something to consider, to have backups. So I just wanted to kind of point this out, that this product isn't horrible. About 80% of people who buy this say that it's pretty good or it's acceptable for the price of $2.39. But the fit and finish is pretty rough. So it's not going to be something that you're probably going to be like really happy with when you see it. But it just happens that the one that I got is functional. And so based on that, I can say that it might be something that you could use if you're on an extreme budget. For me, I was more out of curiosity of why I bought this. I had a few other light mounts in the shopping cart at the time, and I was like, let's just try this one out first. And if this was a total fail, I'll just go in and get another, light mount, because I'd only be out $2.39. But then there was also that whole thought of, well, if it is a complete fail, I could see if I could modify it to see if I could make it work. And that could be a whole nother project. It could even be a whole video series. But that pretty much won't be, because it actually does work. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I took some pictures here. Hope they were of help. I know there's a lot of people looking for extremely, budget-oriented gear. This could work in a pinch, but once again, you typically will be happier with higher quality stuff. I mean, that's just how it is, and that's end of story. I do plan on painting this light mount down the road at some point. I haven't really figured out exactly what kind of color that I want to paint the rifle, but when I paint the rifle, I'm going to probably paint the light mount and possibly even the flashlight. I don't know. But sometimes these more inexpensive things, they make it so that it's a lot easier to kind of customize. That's probably the best way to say it. So, if it's like a $50 light mount, you might be a little more hesitant to put a bunch of paint on there and customize it than if it's a $2.39 light, free shipping and no tax. And so it's something to check out, possibly. Some people report getting these light mounts in the mail in as low as 11 days. Some people had to wait over 30 days. I waited 20 days once again, and I think it wasn't that bad. So, hey, thanks for checking the video out. You guys take care.